Hey everybody, and welcome back to Team Mattymon. If you guys have read the video title already, you already know the kind of gist of what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about things that I've noticed in parenting that I've kind of had either like a first-hand experience or a second-hand experience. For those of you who don't know, I teach music. And I also have the wonderful privilege of working with students as their collaborative pianist. This video is not a video pointing out bad parenting things. No, this is not it. We're not here to tear down anyone. These are just things that I have noticed throughout my years working with kids. Might give you an opportunity to think about a different way of approaching your child. Like I said, this is not a criticism of any sort. These are just 5 things that I think parents nowadays need to think about if they have kids or if they're thinking of having kids. So the first thing I think parents you should be aware of is that you should be fully committed to whatever your kids are doing, and this for me as an educator is in the form of being here. Like showing up, getting your kids here on time, picking them up on time, and making sure that, for example, their lesson or if they have a game or a practice, they are scheduled into your calendar and you work around them to the best of your abilities. And you make it a priority. You are committed to making sure that your child is there on time, their child is picked up on time. You are committed to help them make sure that they are prepared, whether or not you teach them to pick up after themselves the night before, so then their music is ready to go, so then they can just pack it up and they can go to the lessons, or you make sure that they put out their cleats or their equipment or whatever they need. Just make sure that you are committed and show them what commitment means. I think this is a really good way to lead by example, and it shows that whatever your kids are doing are important to you, and therefore I think that will rub off on your kids that they will also think that it's very important as well. The second thing is to be present and make sure that you are engaged. I think that this, especially this, is becoming more of a phenomena that I see a lot with parents. Try your best when your kids are doing things to not be on your phone, to not be surfing the internet or playing a game on your iPad or whatever. Be committed and present to what they're doing right now, what is happening right now. That also means, for example, like being punctual, making sure that you are there. Being present can also mean many different things. For example, being present means that you need to be aware that your child right now is who they are right now, and they will blossom and grow to a different person later. So do your best not to compare them with other friends or other people's kids. It is detrimental that you allow them to grow and to experience what they're doing presently. They will grow in their own way and they will be successful in their own way. So make sure that you don't rob them of what's magical now. Number 3 is to be merciful. Essentially, I find that what happens is a lot of times, a lot of parents get upset if their children do not meet their levels of achievements or like requirements or whatever. But you have to take a step back and realize that those are your goals. Those are your achievements. Those are your goals for them. Have you ever thought of creating goals together, making it a collaborative experience? And have you ever thought that might motivate your child to do even better? So instead of meeting your expectations, they can meet their expectations. Another thing is thinking about being merciful in having and giving second chances. I know that it's really tacky, but I think a second chance for a child gives them the opportunity to be creative and constructive. And it gives you an opportunity as a parent to meet them eye to eye and be like, hey, you know what? That strategy didn't work. Let's sit down together and let's come up with a new strategy that works for you and it works for me and that we can both agree on. Being merciful to instructors. I know that a lot of times instructors, sometimes we just are dealing with so much and we're working with so many kids. This is not an excuse, but we're human. Sometimes we just don't have the energy. Sometimes we slip up. and we still need your support. So please be merciful to us. We're doing our best, and we take your child's education very seriously, and it's good for us to know that you are an ally. The fourth thing on my list is for parents to be humble. It is okay for you to say, I don't know, honey, let's look it up together. Or, I don't have the answer to that, but I think we should explore this together. It is okay for you to not have all the answers. We're all human, right? We don't know everything. That's why we hire professionals to do certain things. I think it is also okay for you to tell your kids, I'm sorry, we were being selfish, we were being reckless, we were being frustrated, and it wasn't your fault. We were just having a bad day. Can you forgive us? I think that does not diminish your role as a parent, but it strengthens your role as a caregiver. And I think that kids need to see that you yourself are working through this life just as they are. You just happen to be a little bit older and you have a little bit more life experience. Showing them humility goes a very long way in helping them be a better person. The last thing I have on my list is just to be human and know that your child is a human, their educators are human, their coaches, everyone in their lives and in your lives are human. We're all just on this earth struggling to get by, trying to make life, an semblance of pleasures and displeasures, but trying to just live through it. So make sure that you remember that everyone's a human, you're a human, and we're all in this together. So yeah, those are the 5 things that I have kind of listed, and things that I feel like are really important when it comes to being a parent. Like I said, it's not a criticism. It is just things that I've realized, hey, this could be really cool things for people to think about in working with kids, working with your own kids or other people's kids, and creating an environment, an inclusive environment where everyone gets to sit at a table, where everyone is seen as equals, and you're supporting your child in a way that allows them to flourish while still being able to be constructive with them and being able to give them feedback, but in a way that they understand and in a way that will allow them to grow organically and in a positive way. If any of this is helpful, share. Please leave a comment as well. I love hearing from you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys around soon. Bye-bye.